Welcome to Songwriters at Play. Highlights from the live music events held all over the Central Coast. At a recent show, a performer asked the audience, "Who likes rainbows?" Well, who doesn't like rainbows? For that matter, who doesn't like the songs of Paul Simon? Last August 14th, at Dambino Cellars in Paso Robles, we celebrated Paul Simon's wide range, from the folky ballads of Simon and Garfunkel to his world beat-infused Graceland anthems. In this set, the sounds of Simon are interpreted by Jody Mulgrew, Jim Conroy, and starting off with Shane Alexander.
What a dream I had, pressed in organdy, clothed in crinoline of smoky burgundy, softer than the rain. I wandered empty streets down, past the sharp displays. I heard cathedral bells tripping down the alleyways as I walked on. And when you ran to me, your cheeks flushed with the night. We walked on frosted fields of juniper and lamplight. I held your hand, and when I awoke and felt you warm in the I kissed your honey hair with my grateful tear. Oh, I love you, girl. Oh, I love you. Winter's day in a deep and dark December, I am alone, gazing from my window to the streets below, on a freshly folded silent shroud of snow. I am a rock, I am an island. I built walls, a fortress deep and mighty, that none may penetrate. I have no need of friendship. Friendship causes pain. It's laughter and it's loving her disdain. I am a rock, I am an island. Don't talk of love, but I've heard the word before. It is sleeping in my memory, and I won't disturb the slumber of feelings that have died. If I never loved, I never would have cried. I am a rock, I am an island. I have my books and my poetry I am shielded in my armor, gazing from my room, oh, safe within my womb. I touch no one, and no one touches me. I am a rock, I am an island, and the rock feels no pain, and an island never cries.
Mississippi Delta is shining like a national guitar. I am following the river down the highway through the cradle of the Civil War. I'm going to Graceland, Graceland, Memphis, Tennessee. I'm going to Graceland. Poor boys and pilgrims with families, and they are going to Graceland. My traveling companion is 9 years old. He's the child of my first marriage, and I've a reason to believe we both will be received in Graceland. She comes back to tell me that she's gone, as if I didn't know that, as if I didn't know my own bed, as if I never noticed the way she brushed her hair across her forehead. And she says, losing love, it's like a window in your heart. Everybody sees you're blown apart. Everybody feels that wind blow. Down in Graceland, Graceland, Memphis, Tennessee, I'm going to Graceland. And my traveling companions are ghosts and empty sockets. I'm looking at ghosts of empties. There's a girl in New York City who's called herself the human trampoline. Sometimes when I'm falling, flying, or tumbling in turmoil, I know exactly what she means. Bouncing into Graceland, Graceland, Memphis, Tennessee, I'm going to Graceland. And I say losing love, it's like a window in your heart. Everybody sees you're blown apart. Everybody feels that wind blow. Oh, in Graceland, Memphis, Tennessee, I'm going to Graceland. For reasons I cannot explain, there's some part of me wants to see Graceland. Maybe I'm obliged to defend every love and every ending. Maybe there's no obligation now. Maybe I have a reason to believe received in Graceland. Memphis, Tennessee, I'm going to Graceland. Yeah, Memphis, Tennessee, I'm going to Graceland. Yeah, Memphis, Tennessee, I'm going to Graceland. Yeah, down in Memphis, Tennessee, I'm going to Graceland. Yeah. Down in Graceland. Yeah, I'll tell you what, everybody, you can come along with me and we'll go up to my house and we'll have a little bit of, we'll have some peanut butter and bacon sandwiches. What do you think about that? Yeah. Down in Graceland, yeah. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
I was asked to do a Paul Simon tribute a couple years ago, and I had no idea what songs I was going to do. There was one that had kind of been haunting me for years. I'll tell you the backstory. There's this pretty girl I met probably 10 years ago, and we were talking late one night, and we were both with other people at the time, but she had 50 ways. I heard that. That was a good one. But she somehow it came up that she thought the prettiest song in the world was Kathy's song. I have to admit, at the time, I didn't even know what Kathy's song was. But years later, somehow it was still on my mind. It stuck with me, and so I learned this tune for that tribute. And then, lo and behold, it was probably only about a year or so later before we ended up together, and we're still together today. So this is for Erica. This is Kathy's song. I hear the drizzle of the rain. Like a memory it falls, soft and warm, continuing, tapping on my roof and walls. And from the shelter of my mind, through the window of my eyes, I gaze beyond the rain-drenched streets to England, where my heart lies. My mind's distracted and diffused. My thoughts are many miles away. They lie with you while you're asleep and kiss you when you start your day. And so you see, I have come to doubt everything I once held as true. I stand alone without beliefs. The only truth I have is you. And as I watch the drops of rain wave their weary paths, and I know that I am like the rain, there but by the grace of you go I.
You just heard highlights from our Paul Simon tribute held at Dambino Cellars in Paso Robles, California on August 14th, 2015. We began that set with Shane Alexander, who came all the way from LA to play for us. Central Coast favorites Jim Conroy and Jody Mulgrew rounded out the set. If you like tributes, get ready to celebrate the 81st birthday of folk rock icon Leonard Cohen on September 22nd at Soho in Santa Barbara and September 25th at Dambino Cellars. Get all the details on these shows and others at songwritersthatplay.com. Coming up, more Paul Simon tunes, performed by Jeffrey Pine, Dan Daniel, and Jeannie Newhall. Next on Songwriters at Play.
Brought to you in part by Central Coast Music, celebrating 25 years in Morro Bay and still matching or beating online prices. And McPhee's Grill, 20 years in Templeton, now open at historic Sebastian's, across from Hearst Castle. And by the Singing Dentist, Dr. Brian Hanratty in Pismo Beach.
Hi, Ian McPhee here. It has been 20 years since we opened McPhee's Grill in Templeton. As we look forward to another 20, I would like to thank all of our customers for their lasting support. Now for something new. Visit us at historic Sebastian's in beautiful San Simeon, located across Highway 1 from the entrance to Hearst Castle. Come join us by the beach for local grass-fed Hearst Ranch beef burgers, grilled fresh fish, deli sandwiches, and salads. Every Tuesday through Sunday, 11:30 to 4.
McPhee's Grill, across from the grain elevator in picturesque downtown Templeton. And now at the beach, across the street from Hearst Castle at historic Sebastian's.
Welcome back to Songwriters at Play. The man who wrote How Terribly Strange to Be 70 was 20-something at the time, but now he is in his 70s. That, of course, is Paul Simon. And we did a whole night of his songs in Paso Robles, California on August 14th, 2015. In this set, you'll hear LA keyboardist Jeannie Newhall and Paso's own Dan Daniel. But we start off with Jeffrey Pine.
Real happy he's here tonight to interpret the songs of Paul Simon. How about a warm welcome for Mr. Jeffrey Pine?
That's a lot of pressure. It's a still life watercolor on an late afternoon as the sun shines through the curtain lace, shadows wash the room, and we sit and drink our coffee, couched in our indifference like shells upon the shore. You can hear the ocean roar in the dangling conversation on the superficial side, the boners of our lives. Yes, we speak of things that matter with words that must be said. Can analysis be worthwhile? Is the theater really dead? And now the room is softly faded, and I only kiss your shadow. I cannot feel your hand. You're a stranger now unto me, lost in the dangling conversation, the superficial side, the borders of our lives. And you read your Emily Dickinson, and I my Robert Frost, and we note our place with bookmarker, measure of it lost, like a poem poorly written. We are verses out of rhythm, couplets out of rhyme, in in syncopated time, lost in the dangling conversation and the superficial sighs, the corners of our lives, lost in the dangling conversation and the superficial sighs, the corners of our lives. This is one of John Denver's old guitars. He used this on tours through the late 70s and early 80s and recorded a song on it called Some Days Are Diamonds. It's got a lot of history and a lot of stories, but I'm not going to tell you about one of those. I just want to say thanks to Steve for having us all here tonight, bringing us all together. Some really great talent here tonight, some really great players. So Steve and I were talking about some songs to play here the other day, and I was like, everybody's doing all the songs I know. So I'm like, geez, I'll have to work one up. And this next song came out way, way long time ago before I even started to learn to play the guitar. Matter of fact, it's so old that this song came out before I had my heart broken for the first time. So you can learn a song like this and sing it, and it just doesn't have the same meaning until you have experienced what the words mean. And that's what Paul's so great at, and articulating those emotions. And it's an honor today to come and celebrate him and his music. So this song came out in the early 70s, and I heard it while I was pulling up to a photo hut in Philadelphia. And I remember thinking to myself, that's a really sad song. But later on, I began to realize what a really great song it is. And it's called Still Crazy After All These Years. Wish me luck, there's like 20 chords in it. I met my old lover on the street last night. She seemed so glad to see me. I just smiled, and we talked about some old times. We drank ourselves some beers. Still crazy after all these years. Oh, still crazy after all these years. I'm not the kind of man who tends to socialize. I seem to lean on old familiar ways, and I ain't no fool for love songs that whisper in my ears. Still crazy after all these years. Oh, still crazy after all these years. 4 in the morning, cropped out, yawning, longing my life away. I never worry, why should I? It's all gonna fade. Now I sit by my window and I watch the cars. I fear I'll do some damage one fine day, but I would not be convicted by jury of my peers. Still crazy after all these years. Oh, still crazy, still crazy coming tonight, everybody. Have a great night. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Steve.
Old friends, old friends, sat on the park bench like bookends. Newspaper blows through the grass, falls on the round toes and the high shoes of the old friends. Old friends, winter companions, the old men, lost in their overcoats, waiting for the sunset. Sounds of the city sift through trees, settle like dust on the shoulders of the old friends. Can you imagine us years from today, sharing a park bench quietly? How terribly strange to be 17. Old friends, memories touching the same years, silently sharing the same fears. Time it was, and what a time it was. It was a time of innocence, a time of confidences. You know that long ago it must be, I had a photograph. Preserve your memories, that's all they've left you.
Parsley, sage, rosemary. parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Remember me to one who lives there. He once was a true love of mine.
Jeannie Newhall.
All the way from Los Angeles, that's Jeannie Newhall. And before her, Dan Daniel and Jeffrey Pine. They played our Paul Simon tribute held at Dambino Cellars in Paso Robles on August 14, 2015. Speaking of Paso, catch us every Sunday 1 to 4 p.m. for our showcase at Sculptera Winery. Did you know that these beautiful afternoons at Sculptera are free? Well, you'd know this and more if you checked out our calendar at songwritersthatplay.com. We're going to close out with a riot, the duo called Bear Market Riot, next on Songwriters at Play. What are the odds that during the same year that Central Coast Music celebrates its 25th anniversary, that they also win the New Times Best Music Store on the whole gosh darn Central Coast? And how do you think that Eddie Frawley and his merry band of music merchandisers celebrated? By remodeling the entire store and buying a bunch of new guitars and other musical stuff. So come on in and see the new improved Central Coast Music and all the cool new stuff they got. But they have the same great prices and service that made New Times readers vote overwhelmingly for Central Coast Music as the best music store on the whole Central Coast. Central Coast Music on Morro Bay Boulevard in Morro Bay. They're instrumental in making music on the Central Coast. Welcome back to Songwriters at Play. Highlights from the live music events held all over the Central Coast. This is not the first Paul Simon tribute for local duo Bear Market Riot. In fact, Kirk Norby and Nick Motil played solo sets at the Paul Simon tribute a couple of years ago, then decided to team up. Now here they are closing out our most recent Paul Simon show last August 15th at Dambino Cellars in Paso Robles, California.
Gee, but it's great to be back home. Home is where I want to be. I've been on the road so long, my friends. Yeah, if you hang around, I know you wouldn't disagree. Now it's the same old story. Everywhere I go, you know I've been slandered. I've been liable. I hear words you never heard in the Bible. And I'm one step ahead of the shoe shine, 2 steps away from the county line. And I'm just trying to keep my customers satisfied. Sheriff Kemp said to me, tell me what you come here for. Boy, you better get your bags and flee. 'Cause you were in trouble, son, and now you're headed into more. And it's the same old story. Everywhere I go, you know I've been slandered. I've been liable. I hear words you never heard in the Bible. And I'm one step ahead of the shoe shine, 2 steps away from the county line. And I'm just trying to keep my customers satisfied.
I'm just trying to keep my customers satisfied. Satisfied. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ba ba da 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 da. Ba ba da 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 da. Ba da 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 da. Ba ba da da da. Ba ba da 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 da. Yeah, 'cause I'm so tired. Yes, I'm so tired. I'm just trying to keep my customers satisfied. Satisfied.
So I thought my favorite thing about Paul Simon, like I said, was that they were all the sad songs, but up tempo, and you were all awesome and like excited about being kicked in the gut, right? Like Graceland. It's such a sad song. He's like, I'm trying to connect with my son. It's not working. We're going to Graceland. I'm sure he's not going to be interested in that. He's 9. He's not into Elvis Presley probably, like I am. I'm taking him to Graceland. This is going to be terrible. But it's a great song. It's like the greatest. Song. It's a title track to like one of the best records. I love it. I'm sorry.
One of Jim Conroy's top 5.
Exactly. Jim Conroy's top 5 records, along with Sgt. Pepper and whatever else
and
might
all
be
the
in
other
there.
top 5.
And I know exactly what it means. I was like, preach Jim Conroy. So we thought we would take a really awesome heartbreak fast song, and then turn it into a waltz, and then bookend it. Pun intended.
This guy.
We would bookend it or mash it together, if you will, with another really great Paul Simon song.
Just don't hurt us with your sounds of silence. Do 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 puns.
We didn't practice any of these jokes ahead of time. I wish we had, because I would have vetoed them.
Yeah, totally.
It's fine.
That's my bad.
That's fine.
Sorry, I tried.
So here's a couple great songs by Paul Simon.
Celia, you're breaking my heart. You're shaking my confidence daily. Oh, Cecilia, I'm down on my knees, begging you please to come home. Whoa, come on home. Making love in the afternoon to Cecilia up in my bedroom. And I get up to wash my face. When I come back to bed, someone's taking my place, darling. Celia, you're breaking my heart, shaking my confidence daily. Oh, Cecilia, down on my knees, begging you please to come home. Oh, come on home, baby. Jubilation, she loves me again. I fall on the floor and I'm laughing. It's jubilation, she loves me again. I fall on the floor and I'm laughing. Oh, I'm laughing at you now, baby. Celia, you're breaking my heart, shaking my confidence this daily. Oh, Cecilia, down on my knees, begging you please to come home. Oh, come on home. There you go. Oh, well, Mama Pajama rolled out of bed and she ran to the police station. When Papa found out, he began to shout, play, and started the investigation. Was against the law, was against the law. What your mama saw, sugar was against the law, baby. You know, Papa looked down and he spit on the ground every time a name gets mentioned. You know, Papa shouted, "Oh, if I catch that bum blonde, I'll stick him in the house of detention." Now I'm on my way. I don't know where I'm going. I'm on my way. I'm taking my time, but I don't know where. Goodbye, Rosie, the queen of Corona. Seeing me and Julio down by the schoolyard, baby. Singing me and Julio down by the schoolyard. When a radical breeze come and give me a release, we was all on the cover of Newsweek. Now I'm on my way. I don't know where I'm going. I'm on my way. I'm taking my time, but I don't know where. Goodbye, Rosie, the queen of Corona. Seeing me and Julio down by the schoolyard, baby. Seeing me and Julio down by the schoolyard, baby. Singing me and Julio down by the schoolyard. Woo! Singing me and Julio down by the schoolyard.
Yes. Super duper. Thank you, Like a Broken Record, to Steve Key. We thanked you on our record for being our father and putting us together.
Thanks, Dad.
He was like, go to your room and then play music together. And we were like, all right, man. And don't come out until you make a record. We're like, okay, sir. Yeah, you got it. It's so much fun. We met afterwards at the Paul Simon show 3 years ago in Shell Beach. And I said, hey, man, you played all the songs I was going to play. And I reached out to Steve. Steve was like, hey, you've played some of our songwriter showcases. We're doing a Paul Simon. If that interests you, let me know some songs you might like to do. And I was like, okay, here's the songs. Here's the 6 songs I either know or would be willing to learn or pull out of my butt. And it's what we lovingly refer to in the industry as flying by the seat of our pants, except we just pull it out and go. So we pull it out of our butt and here it is. But one of them was Boy in the Bubble, and I was.
You did Boy in the Bubble.
And I did Boy in the Bubble, and I was like, I could do that one. He was like, cool. Nobody suggested that one. And then I had said something else, and he goes, no. A guy named Kirk Nordby's going to do that one. I was like, Kirk Nordby? Who's this guy? I've seen his name
Kurt
around.
Nobby. Who's that guy?
Curtis Nobby. I don't even know who that is.
I was like, Nate Modal.
Nate Modal.
Who's
I don't know
that?
who this guy is. So after the show, I said, hey, man, you did a really good job on all the songs I was going to play. And I'm really – but I made it more like – but I was like – I was going to sit there and be like, oh, yeah, let's see how he does this one. And I was like, oh, man, really good job, dude. Nice. Well done. I was like, man, we should probably just make like a supergroup band. I was like, I wonder if people would buy that. I was like, I think people would be into that. And I approached him, and he was like, yeah, okay. I play Mondays at the farmer's market out in Los Osos. If you want to come jam, you can come jam. And I was like, okay. I don't do anything on Mondays. I don't work on Mondays. That's my day off. I'll go do that. About 3 months of doing that, and we became the Bear Market Riot, thanks to the Los Osos farmer's market.
If you thought we were stockbrokers, that's not the case.
We had a woman come up. She was like really nicely dressed at an event, and she goes, "So why aren't you guys called like bull market?
Why aren't you a bull market, right?"
And I go, "Because we have no idea what that means."
But we do.
We do kind of. We sort of kind of do. But we were like, what that
between
means.
the two of us, we get by in Tijuana with our Spanish. And Los Osos, the bears, the Los
bears.
Osos market, that's the bear market. So it makes perfect sense, right? That name came up after like 3 days of me coming up with completely ridiculous names too.
Oh, we had a lot of really great names.
Hatbox Gumbo.
Hatbox Gumbo was almost our band name. This last song is for my wife, who's back at home, very grumpy that she had to miss tonight. We scrambled very hard to find a babysitter, and yeah, #motherhood. It's hard. The struggle is real.
It's too bad you didn't give her the link for Central Coast Live.
I did. That's why I'm dedicating this one to her. She's probably listening.
I hope she's listening then.
/ watching. So if she's watching, hey babe, what's up? I sat in that chair, and right when our friend C.V. Wells started up with Mrs. Robinson, he goes, "Oh, Paul Simon wrote this song? I know this song. Okay. And you watched his face be like, he was like, settle in, guys. This shit's going to be awesome. Yes. And his face, his demeanor changed, and he was like, yes, you got me with Mrs. Robinson. Cuckoo, kachoo, baby, I'm in this. And I was like, you just wait, man. You're going to your mind's just going to explode with like every performer. You're going to be like, this song too? What are you talking about? So this is my favorite Paul Simon song, possibly. This one goes out to Chevy Chase and to my beautiful wife back home, Jillian. I love you. I'm so sorry that you have to be stuck at home tonight with our amazing and wonderful gift to the world.
Hey, 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 whoa, oh, oh. Hey, 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 whoa, oh, oh. Man walks down the street, says, why am I soft in the middle, man? Why am I soft in the middle when the rest of my life is so hard? Where's my photo opportunity? Where's my shot of redemption? I know, don't want to end up a cartoon in a cartoon graveyard. Mr. Bone digger, dogs in the moonlight, so far away, my well-lit door. Mr. B-Belly, get these mutts away from me, shit. I don't find this stuff amusing anymore. So if you be my bodyguard, I can be your long lost pal. I can call you Betty, and Betty, when you call me, you can call me out. Call me out. Hey, 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 whoa, oh, oh. Hey, 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 whoa, oh, oh. Man walks down the street, says, why am I short of attention? Got a short little span of attention, but all my nights are so low. Where's my wife and family? And what if I die here? Who will end up my role model? And now that my role model, she's gone, he's gone. He dug back down the alleyway with some roly-poly little bat-faced girl. All along, there were incidents and accidents. There were hints and allegations, baby. If you be my bodyguard, I can be your long lost pal. I can call you Betty. Betty, when you call me, you can call me out. Call me out. Hey, 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 oh, oh, oh. 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 Man walks down the street in a strange world. maybe it's the third world hell. Maybe it's his first time around. Doesn't speak the language, holds no currencies but foreign man. But he's surrounded by the sound of cattle in the marketplace, spattering of orphanages. He looks around, he sees angels in the architecture and a spinning infinity. He says, amen, hallelujah. You'll be my bodyguard, I'll be your long lost pal. Oh, yeah. I can call you Betty, Betty, when you call me, you can call me out. Call me out. Hey, hey, hey. Whoa, oh, oh. 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 Hey, hey, hey. Whoa, oh, oh.
Bear Market Riot, everybody.
You just heard Kirk Norby and Nick Motil, known collectively as Bear Market Riot. They covered the songs of Paul Simon August 14, 2015 at Dambino Cellars in Paso Robles, California. Be sure to save this date, Friday, November 13th. Bear Market Riot returns to Dambino for a concert of their original songs. This Songwriters That Play radio show was produced and voiced by Cliff Stepp, with script and talent booking by Steve Key. Carmine Rubino is the sound man for Dambino Cellars. Check out our calendar at songwritersthatplay.com for details on upcoming shows. Our theme song is by Matthew White of Ballistic Cats. Thanks to Pepper Daniels and everybody at the Crush 92.5, the perfect blend. Tell everyone you know on Facebook and in the real world to listen to Songwriters That Play every Tuesday at 5 p.m. and Thursday mornings at 9 a.m. on The Crush. Listen to past shows at songwritersthatplay.com or on iTunes or with the TuneIn app and on YouTube.
This is show number 197.
I'd like to introduce myself. I'm Brian Hanratty. I'm a dentist over in Pismo Beach, California. One of the finest places on the planet. And I'm just absolutely stoked. The lifestyle and the friendliness of the people is just unsurpassed. I love surfing. I surf pretty much every day. It's been one of the highlights of my life. Keeps my back strong enough to be able to do the dentistry. I got into dentistry as a pilot. Years ago, I started flying with a group called Flying Samaritans. These people basically changed my life. The dentists that went down with us were some of the finest humanitarians I've ever experienced, and I wanted to be like that. So at age 39, I started my medical prerequisites, and I started dental school at age 41 with 5 children.
Hey, I'm your dentist. You have a friend in me. I'm here to help you.
That's Dr. Brian Hanratty, the singing dentist, at 509 Five Cities Drive in Pismo Beach, where dental care is fun and friendly.